I am Celin Monique. I am your manifesting coach, and I'm here to help you learn how to control your thoughts so that you can live the life of your dreams. And so tonight we're going to be talking about a mindset shift, okay? We're shifting our mindset from flaws to baddie, okay? We're glowing up. This is all about your glow up. But before you do that, you got to get rid of your flaws, right? You got to get rid of the focus on the flaws. So stay tuned. Okay, so I am super excited to get into this episode because we're literally going to be taking the focus off of our flaws, but we're going to look at our flaws so that we can take the focus off, so that we can leave them alone, leave them in the past, so that we can officially prepare for our glow up. But before we dive in, I did want to, put a little plug in there. I want you to know that you don't have to do this work alone. And if you'd love for me to script out your dream life for you, or even create a moving video vision board that actually shows your manifestations where you can visually see them and audio hear them, I can do that for you. Or if you want to take charge and start scripting on your own, you can grab my instant download Dream Life Scripting Journal. And it's filled with prompts to help you put your vision on paper and start manifesting now. You could hit me up if you want one-on-one coaching as well. But before we begin, I just want to, make sure that you are having a great day. So let's check in with you. How are you feeling? How is your body feeling? How is your mind feeling? How are you feeling? Are you in a good space to manifest tonight or in the morning or the day, wherever you are in the world? How are you feeling? So today we're focusing on something powerful. All right. We're letting go of flaws and insecurities so you can step into your complete glow up. This is about embracing your radiance. Okay. We're going to be shifting your self-concept, and I want you to become the magnetic version of you who no longer hides, but shines fully. So let's just get into it. Let's get into the thick of it. Okay. So many of us carry labels on ourselves, like I'm not enough, or I'm too much, or I don't measure up. And I could think of a million things that I tell myself, and I catch myself. One thing that I caught myself saying recently I'm like, what? Why did you say that? But I called myself an idiot. I had done something silly or stupid, and it was a stupid mistake, but I called myself an idiot. And I caught myself because I'm like, oh my God, you're such an idiot, or I'm such an idiot. I can't remember if I said you or I, but that was an internal belief that I had in that moment about myself. And I had to catch myself. And I'm like, no, wait, hold on. I'm not an idiot. I'm actually very intelligent. I just made a mistake, And so it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to take risks and mess up. It's okay to fail. It doesn't make you an idiot. Don't call yourself that. And I had to kind of scold myself because I had told myself that I was this idiotic individual, right? And so we have to watch it when we are talking about ourselves, when we are presenting who we are to ourselves. We should be presenting our best version. We should, and I saw this quote one time, and it just always resonated with me. And I've adopted this quote into my life. And I actually told my 10-year-old daughter, I made her listen to the quote. I told her the quote, and then I'm like, I want you to tell me what you understand from this. And she couldn't understand it. So I had to, break down some of the vocabulary, like what does it mean? And then she was able to see. But the quote is, cultivate an inner voice that speaks kind words. Cultivate an inner voice that speaks kind words. So cultivation, I told her, is like gardening. Okay, you're gardening, you're cultivating a garden. That means that you're watering it, you're planting seeds, you're giving it fertilizer, you're giving it enough sunlight, it's getting oxygen, it's getting the love, the tender care that it needs, right, to grow. So cultivate an inner voice that speaks kind words. So I want you to think of yourself as this inner garden. Think of your heart and your gut and your brain and your blood cells and all of the bones and things that are in your body. I want you to think of them as a garden. Think of them as a garden. And we need to be cultivating this garden. We need to be feeding this garden, nurturing it, fertilizing it, right? And we can do that by simply saying kind words, speaking kindly to ourselves, not calling ourselves idiots, not saying I'm not enough, not saying I'm always broke, not saying I'm stupid, not saying I'm ugly. I hate this thing about myself. I hate this thing about my past. I hate this decision that I made. I'm a terrible person. There's so many things that we feed ourselves, and none of it is making our situation any better. And it's literally not helping us grow. And there's some verses from the Holy Quran that, that actually talks about this. I'm going to pull them up right now. But it actually, it talks about this. I'm going to bring up this. It talks about, about speaking good and what it does. And it brought me back to cultivate an inner garden that speaks kind words. And so in verse 14, 24 through 25, it says, Allah, we seek refuge in you against the whispers of the shaitan. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. A good word is like a good tree. Its roots are firmly anchored and its branches extend towards the sky. Do you not see how Allah makes a metaphor of a good word, a good tree whose roots are firm and whose branches are in heaven? It bears fruit regularly by its Lord's permission. So this is when you're speaking kindly. Allah is saying, or God is saying, you are going to, it's a tree. It's like a tree that is planted firmly in the ground and it has strong roots, right? And it's bearing fruit. So when we're speaking to ourselves kindly, when we're speaking to others, when we're speaking good words out into the world, it bears fruit. That is what God is telling us. But now let's listen to what is said about the bad tree. So this is the next verse, 14:26. And the parable of an evil word is that of an evil tree, uprooted from the earth, having no stability, while the metaphor of a corrupt word is that of a rotten tree, uprooted from the face of the earth, unable to stand. So if we're feeding ourselves these negative words, these negative vibrations, and we're treating ourselves like this, we are not growing a healthy tree. It's not going to bear any fruit. It's a matter of fact, it's like the tree is uprooted and it's thrown over and it's dying and it's drying up. It has nothing. There's no leaves, no plants, no vegetation, no fruit growing from it. So we want to we want to incorporate and cultivate this inner world inside of us that is a garden of good. And it has a garden of good words. And so we have to get rid of the negative labels. So think about it, like, what are you calling yourself? What are your beliefs about your own self? What is your belief about your body? What is the belief about your past? What is the belief about, your situation right now? Whatever your situation may be. Maybe you're not married yet. Maybe you don't have any kids. Maybe you're like, well, maybe I'll never get married. Maybe that is coming through your mind. Or maybe nobody will ever show up for me. I only deal with cheaters. I only deal with the bad guys. I only deal with guys who aren't serious. I only deal with women who are who want only money from me. I mean, I hear a lot. So I'm gearing this towards men and women. Mostly women, but the brothers come in here too and they listen as well. And I listen to some of the brothers, and a lot of them are talking about how women are, the women that are showing up in their lives, they're not genuine. They're only using them for money or for this or for that. And I'm like, what are you telling yourself? That's you. If you're only attracting in people into your life who are not showing up and you don't feel worthy of somebody showing up for you, that is you. That's your inner voice. That's the inner voice you're speaking. And that inner voice is telling you that you're not good enough and that people are going to take advantage of you and you will never find what you're looking for because you're not worthy. Why not change that around? I only get the best of the best. I am an amazing person. I am worthy of having somebody show up for me 100%. So we want to make sure that we're not taking in those flaws and we're not letting them grow. We're not cultivating a dead garden. Okay? We're not cultivating a dead garden. We are cultivating a flourishing, nourishing garden filled with fruit, right? And your flaws aren't who you are. They're stories you've been conditioned to believe. You believe in this stuff. Okay? You keep telling yourself the same story over and over. I'm an idiot. I'm broke. I'm stupid. Nobody comes around. Nobody's here for me. Nobody cares about me. All of these things are stories. They're not true. Because I guarantee there's a time where you were really, really smart. You weren't an idiot. You made a smart choice and it was the best choice and you did a good thing. There was a time when you were very kind. There's a time when you were when you really felt loved, and I guarantee you are loved, even if you don't feel like it. Maybe you don't have romantic love, but I guarantee there's somebody in the world who loves you, even if it's your mom or your dad or your cat or your dog or your children, or whoever it is, your best friends. You are loved. Okay, so we got to stop telling ourselves these stories that we're not. We got to stop telling ourselves these stories that we're not good enough. And the glow up isn't about fixing yourself. It's about realizing you were always whole. You were always worthy and radiant. It's like remembering your royalty, remembering you are a baddie, remembering you're glowing up. Okay. We forget. And then we're like in the corner, we're withering and dying like the tree, right? We don't want to do that. We want to be flourishing. So when you release the obsession with your flaws and focus instead on your glow, your energy and your life will transform. So we got to release the old story. So this is what I want you to do. Whenever a flaw shows up, say, that doesn't define me anymore. Go and look in the mirror. Take a moment, go look in the mirror. Go look at yourself. What is it on your body that you're not happy with? Maybe it's your hair. Maybe it's your teeth. Maybe it's your skin. Maybe it's your weight. Maybe it's your, I don't know. What are you obsessing over right now that isn't perfect? None of us are perfect. And that thing that you are focusing on, it's growing because everything that we focus on, it grows, it expands. So we want to make sure that we are not focusing on that little thing. And I want you to go, I think her name is Marissa Peer. And I was listening to her and she said, that thing that you don't like about yourself, go and give it love and tell it, I'm sorry. Go and give, and I might have added the tell it, I'm sorry, because I saw that somewhere else. But I know that she says that whenever she has a flaw, she always goes, I love you. I love you. And that's what she says. She says, I love you. I love you. She says it to whatever the flaw is. If it's, I don't like my hair right now. It doesn't, whatever. It's not feeling healthy. It's not growing the way I want. Tell your hair, I love you. Tell your scalp that you love it. Tell you each follicle, go back and say, I love you. I appreciate you. You're growing beautifully. You may not see it right now in your 3D reality, but if you keep nurturing, you keep spreading that good word, it's going to flourish. Your hair will start to flourish. If it's, I don't like the way my skin looks, I love my skin. I love how you are glowing and how you are so smooth and how you are amazing. And I love you. Your skin is an organ. Talk to your body and give it good. Cultivate an inner voice that speaks kind words, right? So we're going to, you can just say, it doesn't define me. That flaw doesn't define me. And I love my flaw. When you send love to the flaw, it's going to change your mindset. It's going to change your thoughts around that flaw. You're going to start looking at it from a different angle and from a different truth. No matter what it is, whatever you have been focused on for this whole time, you need to focus on it growing and bearing fruit. If you have to look at, instead of looking, maybe it's your bank account right now. Maybe your bank account isn't looking beautiful. Maybe it looks really, really bad. Maybe it's looking negative. Maybe you only have a few dollars in there. I am so grateful. I love you, bank account. I love you. Thank you for holding my money for me. Thank you for growing. Thank you for the money that's in there now. Thank you for the money that will be in there soon. Thank you. Cultivate an inner voice that speaks kind words, right? Shift your spotlight. Put your intention on your natural glow, your strengths and beauty daily. What is it about you that you do love? Well, I'm a great mom. I'm a great teacher. I'm a great wife. I'm a great husband. I'm a great friend. I really feel good about myself. I feel I really love my clothes. I really love these shoes I got. I really love my hands. I think they're pretty. I really love my eyes. The color of them is beautiful. I really love the proportion of my nose, the proportions of my face. What is it that you really love about yourself? I love that I'm funny. I love that I'm witty. I love that I'm clever. I love that I'm a nice person. I love that I love charity and I love sharing. What about you do you love? Focus on it. Grow that aspect. Remind yourself, this is my glow up. This is my glow right here. I have a lot of love and light. I love God. That's what I love about myself. I love that I love God. I love that God let me know him. That's important to me. That's a good thing about myself. Focus on what you love. Focus on your strengths. I love that I'm consistent and I get up and I exercise. What is it that you love about yourself? And claim completeness. The glow up becomes complete when you stop searching for what's missing and you start embodying that you are already whole. Everything is already here. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. Now we're going to do a quick little visualization because I love doing these, and I'm going to be having some longer ones too. And you can always check my other YouTube videos for more awesome guided meditations. But let's do one right now. I want you to close your eyes. We're going to do 3 deep breaths. I'm going to keep it light. Okay. We're going to breathe in for 4. We're going to hold for 4. And then we're going to release for 4. And we're breathing in through the nose and releasing out of the mouth. So close your eyes, find a comfortable position. And take a deep breath in, filling your belly. Hold. Release. Hold. Release. Inhale for 4. Hold. And release. Now imagine standing in front of a mirror. At first you see the version of you focused on flaws, but then a radiant golden pink light begins to glow all around you, gently erasing those flaws. Until all that remains is your glow. There's no more blemishes. There's no more worry. You look beautiful, or you look handsome. Now in the reflection, you see your highest self. You are confident, magnetic, radiant, powerful. Your eyes sparkle. Your energy is irresistible. Your aura shines. Step into that reflection. Step into your glow up. This is you. You are whole, you are complete and radiant. You're your optimum version of yourself. And as you look in the mirror, I want you to say, flaws don't define me. I am complete, whole, and radiant. I let go of old stories and step fully into my glow up. I am now cultivating an inner voice that speaks kind words. My glow is natural, magnetic, and unstoppable. Now, I want you to open your eyes. It was just a quick little meditation. And I want you to take your glow with you today. And I want you to focus on any time that you feel a flaw coming up, or anytime you hear your inner voice speaking unkindly, that you flip it around and that you start speaking kindly to yourself. But before we close, let's activate your manifesting bubble once again. Say with me, I am inside my manifesting bubble. And in here, all miracles happen. All of my full glow up happens within my manifesting bubble. All of my flaws are on the outside of the bubble, and they can't get in anymore. And it doesn't matter anyway because I love them, but I send them off with care. I send them off with love. You no longer define me. And they too float off in their own little bubbles off into the universe. And remind yourself that you are magnetic. You are aligned, and it is done. I want you to take a deep breath in, hold, and release. Carry this glow up energy with you today. The flaws are gone, the glow remains,
and your journey of self-love and abundance to
new
new
heights. And once again, I'm Celin Monique,
and
I hope that this was of some help and guidance for you today.
Love, success, and abundance that life has to offer.
Assalamu alaikum.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.